Welcome to the Real Estate Practice Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, "That's not how I sound," and I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. All right. Positioning yourself as the go-to real estate agent of the neighborhood. And in this scenario, you are a real estate agent reaching out to residents in your farm area or neighborhood to introduce yourself as their go-to real estate expert and establish a connection. Farming, circle prospecting, a little bit of door knocking, everything, right? Who currently has a farm area now? Okay. All right. Oh, hey, what's up, Misael?
Hey, good morning.
Good. If you don't have a farm area, usually you with your title rep, you hash that out, you tell them all your requirements and details, and they'll help you identify a farm. The biggest thing for me when looking at a farm is looking at some turnover ratios, and but they know all of that too. So get with your title rep. Dan, I'm not sure how it's done in Boston, but to identify a farm, but that's what we do here. Cool. All right, everybody straightforward on this? Everybody familiar with the model? Any questions before we get started?
I don't know if I'm familiar with the model, but I think I could probably wing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do a good job at that.
I'll take your word for it.
that came out bad, but I mean, not sarcastically. You do a great job at winging it. So
Okay. All right.
just looking over some things. Yeah, just as a quick reminder, remember agent playback. It's only optional. Doesn't have to be overused, okay? So let me go ahead and create some breakout rooms.
What's agent playback? I'm sorry.
Agent playback is actively listening to the discussion that you're having with your client and then just
Oh,
repeating what they've told you.
okay.
Like if they
Gotcha.
told you, "Hey, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath," awesome. Okay, so what I heard was you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath in La Mesa. Does that sound about right? That's
Gotcha.
what that is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Dan and I.
Right.
How you doing, Dan?
Good. How's it going, Darren?
Doing good, doing good. When you're ready, you're the agent and I'll be your homeowner.
All right. Hey there. My name is Dan. I'm with Rise Realty. I'm out meeting neighbors today because I really want to introduce myself as someone you can count on when it comes to anything real estate related in your neighborhood.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I appreciate you stopping by. I am a little bit curious about some of the home prices and what's happening in our area.
Awesome. Yeah. So I appreciate you taking a moment to chat. My goal is to be a friendly, helpful resource for our community. Whether you have questions about the market, your own home, or just want to stay in the loop on what's happening in the area. Other than the prices in the area, what's most important to you about living here?
You know, um, I I I love my neighbors, to be honest with you. Um, so I don't know how much control we have over this, but when people move in, I just want them to be nice people. You know, I'm in and out of people's houses all the time, and I just, I don't know, we have to have great neighbors, So if you get a vibe, you know, that they're not good, don't let them move here.
Uh, Totally understand, but unfortunately, I don't have control over that. But so from what I understand, obviously a great neighborhood vibe is important to you, and obviously you're mostly interested in what houses are selling for in your area. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I know you don't have control over that, but I just thought I'd mention it. But yeah, you got that right.
Okay, awesome. So I mean that really helps me understand your perspective. If you don't mind me asking, have you been keeping up with any changes in the local real estate market? Has anything in particular caught your attention lately?
I did notice that they were doing some road construction down the road, and I'm not sure what that's all about, but I'm kind of wondering because when we bought this house a long time ago, I remember it's an HOA environment. So about 20 years ago, they said a possible light rail system or a bus tour system. So I'm kind of wondering, are they building that out now?
So that's a great question. I check the planning department quite frequently just to get a sense of what's going on in the neighborhoods, and I keep tabs on that. And yeah, you're actually right. They are building that light rail system. So they just broke ground the other day, and that should be completed in about a year or two.
Interesting. I'm wondering what that's going to do for the value of our homes.
So what I think it's going to do, I think it's going to increase the value. It's going to make your neighborhood more desirable, particularly for those who need to commute to work. It's going to shorten their commute time, and it's just going to be another mode of transportation for a lot of people that might not have cars. So I think it's only going to be a good thing for the community.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Awesome. So. Sometimes it can be tough to keep up with everything that's going on, especially with home prices and new listings changing so quickly. Have you had any questions or curiosities come out about property values, new neighbors, or what's selling nearby?
Well, like I just mentioned, I mean, I am kind of curious to know what it's going to do for my property's value, but what's our home worth now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I did plan ahead, and I knew I was going to be circle prospecting this neighborhood. So I printed out what's recently sold on your street. And so if you take a look at this one, this is 123 Main Street. It just sold for $750,000. It's a three-bedroom, two-bathroom with a little over 1,700 square feet. Take a look at their kitchen and bathroom. Pictures of it here. How would you think this compares to your kitchen and bathroom?
I mean, it's got an extra bedroom, but looks like they've kind of remodeled and we did the same. So I would say we're kind of in the same boat.
All right, great, great. And because you are curious about what's going on in the market, have you considered selling in the near future?
Um, you know, I I always think about it, but I never really like take the plunge. But if somebody came along with the right price, I think I would at least entertain the thought of it.
And at what price would that be, Darren?
I don't know. That's why I asked you how much my home is worth. 800, 900? Can I get a million?
Again, based on what's selling in the area, particularly this time of year, I would love to, what I would love to do, Darren, is I would love to come back or either, if you have time now, come in, take a look at your house in more detail, look at it from a buyer's perspective and give you my evaluation. Would that be helpful right now?
Man, I was just kind of talking out loud, but now you got me thinking. I mean, you know what? I'm curious. So, yeah, why not? Let's see what you have to say.
All right, great. Let's start with a tour of the house and then we can sit down and I can go over what I think the house is worth and kind of go over what's involved with the selling process. Believe it or not, it's only a four-step process, so I can
Oh,
go over that with you as well.
nice. Okay, cool.
Awesome. Um,
Let's jump back onto the look phase.
okay. All right. Uh,
We got a little sidetracked there,
yes.
but that was good because you're following the conversation. That's where I asked you a question and you went down that road, which I love because number one, you got the appointment. That's the bottom line, you
Right.
know. But for the sake of this conversation, let's roll right back into the look phase. What options do you see?
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll
Um,
figure out how to roll everything into what we just did too. So when you're ready.
so I'd love to keep you in the loop of whatever, sorry, I'd love to keep you in the loop in whatever way is most comfortable for you, whether it's a quick text update, a monthly flyer, or a friendly call now and then. Is there a way you prefer to get neighborhood news or updates about real estate?
I mean, you can email me a flyer. Yeah. dkt@darrentunstall.com.
All right, got it. That's perfect. Thanks for letting me know. I want to make sure you get information in the way that works for you and not more than you want. So, by the way, have you ever thought about making a change with your current place, or do you know anyone nearby who might be considering a move?
You know, there's people constantly coming and going. Right now, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Okay. Understand. Well, here's my contact information. If you do come across anybody, whether it's in this neighborhood or surrounding area that you might know of that would find my services helpful, I would love an introduction. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, absolutely.
awesome, awesome. So, based on what you shared, I'll add you email to my email list only as often as you'd like. And if you ever have a question, big or small, or need advice about the neighborhood or property values, I'm just a call or text away. Does that sound good?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Do you have a card that I can take too?
Yes, I do. Here it is. Uh,
Perfect.
Awesome. So, um, awesome. Thank you. So I'll make sure you get the updates you want. And if anything comes up, whether it's about your home or neighbors, you know where to find me.
Yeah. No, that's I know exactly where to find you, and we're gonna meet up later on to go through our home, right? And do that valuation.
That's right. That's right.
Cool.
Would you prefer to meet tomorrow at 2 or Friday at 3?
Let's do tomorrow at 2, because I got something going on all day Friday.
All right, great. Yeah, just plan to you know, book out about 45 minutes. Shouldn't take longer than an hour for us to meet and go through everything.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right, Darren. Well, thanks again for your time today. I'm always nearby if you need anything at all, real estate related or otherwise. If you think of any questions later, or if someone you know could use some help, please feel free to reach out. Before I do head out, is there anything else you'd like to know about the neighborhood, the market, or how I can be helpful to you?
No, I think I mean, you came obviously really prepared, and I mean, I see other agents walking around and all they want to do is just ask me if I want to sell my house. So I appreciate the information that you at least brought. It's very helpful, actually.
Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I'll also send you over some information about that light rail service that they're building over there, so you can kind of keep track of everything going on there. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, I want to know what's going on with that.
Awesome. Great. All right, Darren. Well, I'll be in touch. Like I said, reach out if you have any questions at any time.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I only have one suggestion out of all of that.
All right.
Out of all that, there's only one suggestion that I really have because I think you did a fantastic job, honestly. Um, Stay away from industry jargon.
Okay.
In the very beginning, you mentioned one, and you only did it once that I remember. Um, in the very beginning, you said, "I'm just doing some circle prospecting and knocking on doors." They
Right.
might not even know what that is. Plus, we don't want them to feel like, I mean, to me, when I heard that, I feel like he's just looking for another client. And, we want to be out there more conversationally and building rapport, so that when they do think of real estate, they'll think of us, but they don't need to know that they're circle prospected.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. Good point.
It's like calling a for sale by owner a FISBO. We don't want to call them a FISBO, right?
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, how did you feel about the conversation?
Yeah, no, I liked it. I thought it flowed nicely. I like how you threw in that if you had asked if they were building that light rail service. And I kind of do, I often do check planning departments just to see what's going on, particularly in the city of Boston, because excuse me, you never know when, well, it's not that you never know when, but more than likely they're always building something behind something. So if I'm representing a buyer and they got a beautiful view of the city, well, 2 days later they could be breaking ground and putting up another high rise in front of it. So like I'm always trying to keep tabs on that stuff as well.
No,
Um,
that's great. That example that I gave is a real example of my first home here in San Diego, where we bought it in an HOA, and I remember signing the docs that it said 20 years later. Well, it was about the 13th year that we lived in it that they started to actually break ground and fix that. So I was like, what the heck? Let's see what happens here.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
did a good job on that. All right,
Thanks.
at the very top of this dialogue, I changed the wording around. It says there's a button there that says hide dialogue freestyle practice.
Okay.
All right. So you
Good
just hit
stuff.
the dialogue, right? There's no more dialogue in front of you.
That's right.
That's right. So you're
Right.
gonna prospect me, right? And
Right.
we're gonna do this again. We'll have about 6 minutes or so. So when you're ready.
All right. So, hey there. I'm Dan Pisano. I'm with Rise Realty. I am just reaching out to the neighborhoods, letting them know that if they have any questions about the real estate market the real estate market in the neighborhood, that I'm available to answer any questions and just want to be a resource for the neighbors.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions. I'm not looking to sell or anything like that right now.
Sure, not a problem. I do email the neighbors a monthly housing report. Is that something that you would find helpful, whether it be now or in the future?
I guess I don't know what's in it. I mean, maybe.
Sure. So what's in it is a monthly report of what's sold in your neighborhood, the average sale price of what's selling in the city, as well as what's new to the market, and just keep track of what's selling. Um, would you find it to be helpful to know what one of your largest, if not the largest asset you own is worth?
I mean, I think I have a general idea. But I mean, yeah, it would be nice, I guess, to know a specific detail, but like I said, I'm not moving, so what's the difference?
Right. You're not moving, right? So all this would do is just kind of keep you up to date of what's going on in the market. And then when the time comes, because more than likely the time will come, you might need to sell for whatever reason, and
Sure,
you have my
sure,
information.
keep me up to date. My email is dkt@darrentunstall.com.
All right, great. I'll add that to the list. Now, do you know of anybody else in the neighborhood that may find my services helpful, whether they're looking to sell, buy, or even rent?
I mean, you can talk to the neighbor across the street. We don't like them very much. I would love to see them out of the hair. Can you make that happen?
Well, as much as I would love to help you on that regard, I don't think I would be able to, but I'll definitely knock on their door and see what they have to say, I guess. But they could be talking the same about you, I guess, right? So
Probably, yeah. I'm probably the reason why they are like they are. So,
yeah.
is that an
Great.
observation?
Uh, all right, great. So yeah, no, that's helpful. I'll chat with them. And let's see.
I
Well,
gotta get going, man. So
okay,
we'll
all
talk to you
right,
later. Send me an email, all right?
all right.
Bye. All right. So what, you know, I was actually trying to get you to end it because I'm going to switch you to a different room. It was funny because, but you got me in there like, hey, would you be interested in having this? And I'm like, hey, you got a few extra golden nuggets out of me, you know?
Yeah.
It may have sounded like I was objecting to a lot of things, but I think you handled it well. Good job.
All right. Thank you. Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna move you, Dan, to be with Alan for about 3 minutes, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna bring Emily over here. Okay,
All right.
so just pick up where they left off.
Oh my God.
Yes. All right.
You hate me.
Here we go. Here we go.
You
Listen,
hate me.
at the no, I don't. I love you. At the very top of the dialogue, there's a new button there that says "Hide Dialogue Freestyle Practice" or "Show Dialogue Word to Word, Word for Word." Click on that "High Dialogue Freestyle Practice."
Did Dan know you were sending him over there? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you knew.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
it. All right. So you have about a minute and a half to
Oh,
get
this
through
is what
this
we were
conversation.
already doing this. This is what I was doing with Ellen.
Oh, good, good. Well, I'm gonna do it to you.
Okay. Um, all right. Hi, how you doing, sir? My name is Emily. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. I'm just out reaching out to my neighbors. How's it going today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I love these grapevines in
You're a
your front
neighbor? You're a
yard.
neighbor here?
I am. I live here.
Oh, I haven't even seen you.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm out meeting people. Because sometimes I catch some people and some days I catch other people. So today's your lucky day. How's it going
Yeah,
today?
what? And it's your lucky day because I'm home today. So that's probably why we haven't
Exactly.
seen each other. Yeah.
That's why I try
Uh,
different days and different times. So,
well, I appreciate you stopping by. How can I help you?
well, your garden looks great. I just wanted
I
to stop
mean,
and say that. And, I am a local real estate agent with Keller Williams Realty. My name's Emily.
okay. Hey, Emily. Nice to meet you. I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren. So nice to meet you. How long have you lived in the neighborhood?
I 13 years.
Wow. I've been here
Yeah.
about 5 years. So,
Okay. Cool. Right
but I
on. Well,
had
welcome to
another
the
place
neighborhood.
across town that I lived for about 10 years. So I just kind of moved. I hopped over here.
Awesome. What brought you over here?
You know what? I found a good deal in this little house, so I decided to snap it up.
Yeah, no, I mean
And then
it
I kept my
was
condo on the other side of town. So
oh good for you. So you
yeah,
got
I
it
rent
rented?
that out.
Nice. I like
Love
that.
La
Build that
Mesa.
wealth. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great neighborhood.
Yeah, it is. So let me ask you, what's your favorite part about living in La Mesa?
Neighbors like you.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate it. I just, I'm in and out of neighbor houses all the time and I appreciate it when people like you just stop by. I work a lot, so I'm not home, but it's always good to know your neighbors, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm just out meeting people, seeing if anybody needs a real estate agent or just has any questions about what's going in the market, either La Mesa or maybe even on a grander scale like California. Maybe you want to use some of the equity in your home to purchase a cabin in Big Bear or Idlewild or maybe a condo for your
Hey, I'm
college bound
curious.
student.
I'm curious, how much did you buy your house for? I'm curious to know what our homes are worth nowadays.
Well, my house, I bought it for 648.
648. Okay, that's good. It's probably worth like 900 now.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it was a great deal. And I love La Mesa, so I snapped it up. How about you?
Yeah, well, I've lived here for 13 years, so I bought it for 282.
I bet it's worth a lot more now. Hey, you know what? Why don't
Oh,
I do a home valuation so you know the exact value of your home in today's market?
I would love that.
Okay. You know what I do for a lot of my neighbors is I send out like monthly emails. Would you be interested in something like that?
How will it benefit me?
Just so you know what's going on in your neighborhood. Plus, it'll do
Sure.
other little things. Like I said,
I
I
lost that.
I work with a lot of people, vendors, maybe you need a roofer or a contractor, plumber, electrician, and sometimes I'll highlight one once a month in case somebody needs a specialty person, you know what I mean? Or
Got it.
landscaper, help you
Got
with
it.
this
Hey,
beautiful garden so you don't have to come out here when it's 95
well,
degrees.
I can't take credit for that. I have a landscaper. All right, Emily.
Oh,
We're gonna cut it off. Everybody's back. That was awesome. I really, really, really like how you led in with just You made me feel very comfortable as a neighbor. You're out here meeting us and things like that, and you did a really good job. You know, I met with you
Oh,
and I met with Dan. How did it go for everyone else?
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. What's good about it?
Well, Misael and I discussed his listing a little bit.
Okay.
So after we practiced the script, so that was good.
Yeah.
I did think
Yeah.
the script was a little redundant and long,
Hmm.
which is why when Alan and I went back, I was going to do it. I was going to shorten it up, but then I got kidnapped. So
Yeah. I jailbroke you.
yeah.
Well, you know, it's interesting because when Dan and I did it, you know, he asked me a couple of questions here and there, and he just followed the conversation too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. It's a little lengthy, and I'm trying not to make it as redundant, but you know, he followed that conversation, and then we went off into the left field a little bit, but it was a good left field because, you know, that's the question that I asked, and then you
Right.
know, we just stopped and said, let's get back on track. And I think honestly, it kind of feels like that's actually how you do it, Dan. Um, and I was happy to hear that. And Emily, I mean, just your approach coming from a very personal perspective, I thought that was really cool. So
That's my actual door knocking speech.
I wonder what it would be like if you and Dan were neighbors.
Oh my God. Well, he'd get all the listings.
Yeah, and you get to meet all the neighbors.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
That
Misael,
reminds me, I have 7 realtors in my neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
do you really?
I do.
Wow.
Do you hear from every one of them?
No,
No.
Any of them?
I don't hear from any of them. I think
Yeah.
they know,
Mm.
you know.
They might know. Yeah. I think I
They-
have a couple.
Yes. So they hear from you though, right?
Me? No, I
Yeah.
avoid their. I don't mail to them.
You don't mail to them?
I don't mail
I
to
know
them. I
you're
don't
a
knock on their
realtor.
door.
I know you're a realtor. I know you're a realtor, but would you like to sell your home? Misael,
I've
what's
met
going on with
people
your
like
list?
circle prospecting, calling
Yeah.
my farm. I've met realtors in my neighborhood. Well, actually,
You
I'm a
know,
realtor. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. How's business? Then I segue into how's
How's
business.
business? Do you like your brokerage? Are you in love with it?
Yeah. I mean, I do whatever, wherever it goes,
you
Do
know,
you have
it's
any
interesting.
listings I can help you promote, or you need me to do any open houses for you, things like that.
It's interesting. Take a look next time you're out in your neighborhood, whether it's walking or prospecting, you know, whatever, door knocking, look at all the signs that are up in your neighborhood and tell me whether they are the same sign repeatedly over and over again
They're
or
Not
not,
they're
where I'm
multiple.
and
at.
they're not in the neighborhood. So all the listings are all different agents, and
Yeah.
none of
Mhm.
them are neighborhood agents, including
Yeah.
they're not me.
The
Yes.
only one I noticed recently was Jeffy had one around the corner. But everyone
Yeah.
else, but that's the only one she's had. Nobody's the same.
Well, I bring that up. I bring that up because if they're all different,
Better opportunity.
right?
It means nobody's nailed the neighborhood.
Yes.
Nobody's nailed the neighborhood, and they are not farming like they should be. Like what we talk about, like by the book, if you do the farming and you do it regularly and consistently, then there should be no reason why you're not the top agent in that area. But it's the consistency factor where that really has to kick in. It's building that rapport and doing it over and over and over again, letting them know, yes, I am the realtor in this area, you know? So, I mean, I have noticed that around my neighborhood. I'm like, golly, there's not one sign that's never the same. I
Mhm.
have, it just, it's fascinating to me. So keep that in mind about your farm area. If you really want a farm area, farm it and make it your area. Yeah.
Good point.
Uh, Last question. Misael, tell us about your listing. What's going on?
Yay.
Yeah, we got an offer. We got an offer.
Awesome.
It's a little, it's below asking price. So right now the situation is like, should we even counter it? And then it's like, well, yes, you should counter it. But should we counter at listing price or should we counter higher than listing price just in case they try to counter the counter? Or let's say they accept it and during inspections they try to renegotiate some kind of credits or fees, things like that.
All right. Anything else to add before we take off here? Yuri, I haven't heard from you yet.
Yes, I'm curious. Can Misael say how low was the offer?
I don't think he should.
He shouldn't. Okay.
I don't think he should mention his price.
Okay. Just curious. Thank you.
Do you
Yeah.
have
Why do I say that, by the way?
Giving away the baby with the bathwater. What if one of us has a buyer that would come in, then we're gonna know the information?
I don't have a buyer right now, but I'm just thinking for
But
my
you're like, I know this property for sale and they're getting a low offer. Let's go in a little bit higher and then maybe we'll get it.
Yeah.
Not under ask.
Yeah. It's
Well,
it's
he can let us-
leverage.
Yeah, he can let us know after that what happened.
That's
Yeah,
after it sells, after
Yes.
everybody is done, you can
Yes.
talk about all about it. We'll have a one-on-one conversation with a special podcast with Misael Rojas.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Actually, that would be really cool. So but yeah, keep that to yourself for right now.
Yes.
So Darren, so when you have a listing and the listing agent reach out and ask you, is it below asking price or about? And then you answer below. How low? Can you answer to that?
Only if the seller says it's okay.
Okay.
You have to ask your seller, is it okay if I tell this agent wants to know
Right. Mm-hmm.
what this other buyer's offering? So you're gonna have to get permission to share that stuff.
Yeah,
Correct,
and
correct.
even then, I still wouldn't be exact. You're within the vicinity.
Yeah.
You know, bring your best and final offer.
Yeah, that's what I say, and that's what's happened to me. Because
Okay.
I've asked that question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you should ask every
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. Good job. We'll see you tomorrow. Go
Okay.
get listings,
Bye.
right?
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Lead generation.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right, so that's the script. I hope that you found it useful. Just head over to realestatescriptspractice.com for more resources and downloads. This content is for educational purposes only and does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek the help and or advice of your broker, coach, mentor, office manager, attorney, and or financial advisor. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall, a licensed real estate agent, DRE number 018534445. The intention is to provide you with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. Please note that all results may vary and participants are responsible for their own actions.